Your smart TV's YouTube app has been making you watch videos at someone else's pace, stuck with whatever language it defaults to, and at a volume that jumps around without warning. The fix for all three has been sitting inside a menu almost nobody opens. For years. 3 settings. Each one fixes something you've just been quietly living with. One controls exactly how fast any video plays. Slow down a rushed host, or speed straight through a dragging intro. One unlocks a version of a video you've probably already watched in a completely different language. And the last one ends the single most annoying part of watching YouTube on a TV. The volume jump every time a new video or a louder ad kicks in, and it might already be running on your TV right now without you knowing it exists. Smallest fix first. The one you'll actually use every day comes last. Start with speed. Open the settings menu during any video and look for playback speed. It's been sitting in the TV app for years, quietly waiting. Here's what it actually fixes in both directions. A host who talks fast and packs information in tight. Drop the speed down a notch, and you stop rewinding every 30 seconds just to catch what you missed. That matters even more on anything with dense subtitles. A slightly slower pace gives your eyes and ears time to keep up with each other instead of racing to catch both at once. A video that spends 10 minutes on setup, sponsor reads, and recapping before anything useful happens? Push the speed up, and that 10 minutes becomes 6, still clear enough to follow. The same trick works on anything you've already half-watched once. A recipe you're revisiting just for the one step you forgot, or a repair video where you already know the first half by heart. You can drop it as low as half speed or push it up to double, with a few steps in between. Quick catch. It's not on every TV yet. YouTube has been rolling it out device by device since 2021. So if you don't see it today, your model may not have it yet. And the steps are fixed, not a smooth slider, a rough adjustment, not a fine one. That one took 2 clicks. The next one is bigger. Because it's not really about speed anymore, it's about a version of your favorite videos you've probably never even seen. Same settings menu. Look for audio track. If it's there, every available language is listed right on screen. Sometimes that's an official studio dub, recorded by the creator themselves. Sometimes it's YouTube's own AI, generating the track automatically. It's live in 27 languages now and open to far more creators than just the biggest channels this year. The newer versions even try to hold on to the original speaker's energy, so an excited review still sounds excited instead of flat. Either way, what's sitting in that menu is the same, a completely different way to watch something you already know. This isn't the same as turning captions on. Captions put words on the screen you still have to read. An audio track replaces what's coming out of the speakers entirely. The video plays exactly the same, just spoken in a language you're actually comfortable in, hands and eyes completely free. Think about who that actually helps. A grandparent who'd rather hear a documentary in their first language than read subtitles from across the room. A household where everyone speaks something different, watching the same show together anyway, each hearing it their own way without anyone missing a word. A channel you'd normally skip entirely because keeping up felt like work, or someone whose accent made a favorite host hard to follow. And now none of that has to get in the way. Not every video has a track yet. Still worth checking on anything recent from a bigger channel, even if the last one came up empty. And the third feature solves something every smart TV owner notices, but almost nobody realizes YouTube already fixed it. Both of those took a menu and a couple of taps. This last one, you don't do anything for at all. You know the moment. You're half asleep on the couch, video winding down, volume already low, and the next one slams in twice as loud. Or it's late, everyone else is asleep, and an ad blasts through the wall loud enough that someone yells from the other room. Or you're just sitting there, half paying attention, grabbing the remote for the fourth time tonight, because the volume never stays where you left it. It's worse if you'd already turned the volume up higher than everyone else needs it, just to catch what people were saying. Now, the jump isn't just annoying, it's loud enough to actually startle you. Most people don't even clock it as a problem while it's happening. It just quietly wears on you, video after video, until an evening in front of the TV feels more tiring than it should. That's not your TV being broken. It's not your hearing either. It's just how YouTube has always worked. Every video mixed a little differently. Every AD mixed louder on purpose. And until now, nothing built in to stop it. Except something was. It's called stable volume. And on most smart TVs, it's already switched on, working right now, whether you've ever heard of it or not. From then on, videos stay close to the same volume, so you're not reaching for that remote every few minutes. It does that by listening to what's coming next and evening it out before it ever reaches your speakers, pulling loud parts down and lifting quiet parts up automatically the entire time you're watching. Same settings menu, one more time, check for stable volume, and see whether it's active on your TV. Off for YouTube music and official music videos on purpose, since a song's loud and quiet moments are usually intentional. Everywhere else, it just runs. If it's missing today, check again after your TV's next software update. YouTube keeps adding it to more devices over time. Here's the twist. Every feature in this video is something you had to go looking for. This one already found you. The only reason to open that menu at all is to confirm it, or to switch it off, if you'd rather hear a video exactly as its creator mixed it. 3 settings, same menu, every time, pace, language, and volume. Each one already sitting there before you opened this video. Tonight, when a video ends and the next one starts close to the same volume as the last in the language you actually wanted, at the pace that suits you, that's not luck. That's a TV finally being used the way it was actually built. There are even more YouTube features you'll actually use, hiding in this same app, and the next one is waiting in the same playlist as this video.